Hello guys, welcome to another video here on PICOCTF, and today we're going to be solving a medium challenge under web exploitation. The name is SOAP. Now in this challenge, the web project was rushed and no security assessment was done. Can you read the etc password file? Additional details will be available after launching the challenge. So let's go ahead now and launch instance. And yeah, instance is starting, and here we go. So we're going to click on the web portal here and let's see what this is about. Okay, so this looks like a class website. Computer science, you have ranked to be among the best universities in the world, like a blog. Yeah, so details, nothing. Okay, looks like if you click it says this. Okay, let's look at hint. Hint says XML external entity injection. Okay, all right, so with that I think maybe we need to use Bob Suite. My Bob Suite is open and I'm going to use the Chromium browser. So I'll come back here, copy out this web portal, come back to our Chromium browser, paste it, and then come back to our intercept proxy, turned it on, come back here. First let's intercept this and see what from this part. Okay, intercepting this, we see this is more like a basic request. Send to repeater, send, it gives us that first page. There's nothing much here. Even if I change this request to post, nothing. All right, we'll come back to proxy. I'll forward this, then come back to my Chromium browser here and wait for it to load. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on any of these details and see if it would send us something. So I'll click on details and voila, we see something different here, right? We can see this is on /data and there's an XML here. If I send this to the interpreter, where's my interpreter? Control R, interpreter here. If I send this request, I would get this information. But if I start changing the ID, if you notice here we have an ID. If I change the ID to 2 and send, it gives me the second one. What if I continue and let's change the ID to 4? If I send here, I'll get an invalid ID. So we might want to now take advantage of this and see if we can exploit it. So back on the tip here, it says XML and external entity injection. So I'm going to copy this. Let me see if we can get payload or cheat sheets. Okay, we have cheat sheet, but let me just see payload. Search that. I'm going to click on this first one and let's see. Okay, so all right, so XML example draw entity file. Yes, the example of this is to file disclosure. So to read etc shadow file, I think we can use this. I think you can use that as well. Okay, there's also blind local file inclusion example. This can also work. All right, I'm going to copy this one here. If you notice, in our payload here, not here, sorry, in our Bob Suite here, we have XML version 1. Everything here is okay, but we just need something to put as more like to take advantage of this. And if we come back to our payload here, we can see everything might be the same, but let's just copy this. Okay, user info is what is, in our case it's data, right? In our case user info is data, and then they just have first name, last name, blah blah blah. In our case it's ID. Now what we need to copy and add is this doc type replace entity ent system into this. I'm going to copy this Okay, when I come back to my Bob suite, I'll click enter and I'll paste this here. Take note, data enters into the next line. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this etc shadow and change it to etc password. Alright, now in this ID, usually where we put the ID, we're going to change it because we have entity ENT system here, so we're going to change it to after reading the ID, let's say you read the ID 4, ID 1, or let's just say 1, let's say ID 1, we complete that particular parameter, read that and ENT, right, which is the entity, and then we'll close our entry. Let's send this and see. Voila. Okay, so more like you read one ID and it will read the ENT. What's the ENT? The ENT system is going to read the file, which is the etc password, and then quotation is the end of that code. Alright, with that, if we scroll down here, we'll see PICOCTF, and here is our flag. Copy that, come back to our PICOCTF here, paste this here, and hit submit. Voila, this was quite an interesting room or interesting challenge. Thank you guys for studying with me. Thank you for learning with me. I'll see you guys in another video. Ciao.